Social capital is described as the resources a person has available to them through their connections with other people. I think the division of labor, exploitation, and life chances are just different ways to measure the people around you to determine the amount of social capital that is available to you. Since division of labor, exploitation, and life chances kind of determine the resources that the people around you have, it determines the amount of resources you have through them. I think that generational wealth and family networks play a huge role in determining your class identity. This is because the wealth that you have determines the amount of resources that you're able to access. And the amount of resources that somebody's able to access typically changes who that person is and how they think of themselves. If they have more resources and more access to resources, they usually would think of themselves as better off and having and being of higher class, and they'll think of themselves lesser or worse off if they have less of those resources. Poverty in America, I think, is one of the biggest failures of the government to take care of the weakest link of our society. I say this because the benefits that the government gives to people in poverty are half measures that never truly boost where their position is. It just keeps them from getting in a worse position than what they already in, which is a benefit, but is not helping them become better. It's just keeping them from falling. One of the biggest grievances of this would be something like the minimum wage not changing in the 40-ish something years that we've had it. There's been $7 and some change, despite the fact that the cost of living during that time has risen exponentially and continues to rise. I also think that social mobility is a big challenge for most people, and for even more people, is probably more of a myth for the American society. The idea that if you do certain things, you'll be able to change your social class is something that has been around since the 60s, when a lot of government aid was put into starting new families and developing people. But as those programs went away, people, those things stopped being effective, and the ability to climb became harder. And as the discrepancy between the higher class and the lower class has grown and grown as times went on, it's become even harder for people to change what social class they are in.